Hey guys, we're here with Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith just completed our CO2 training with our trainer Xavier, and I just kind of wanted to get some feedback, just how the class went and what his experience was. He's previously a fiber client, so I wanted to get some feedback. Like you bought our CO2 laser now, you went through the training, and I want people to understand the value in training. So Aaron, if you want to tell us a little bit about like one, where you're from, maybe the name of your business, what you do for a living, you know.
So, we're fairly new to the game. Our business is Pale Horse Engraving. We came up in January and we did the fiber laser, and they were telling us, the benefits of having a CO2 laser, and that they were in the process of designing their own. After, some contemplation and seeing what the difference of the two products could do, we were extremely interested. And once they had completed it and doing my research and seeing the different speeds of being able to do a Yeti cup and the different objects that you could also do with the CO2, we were all over it. Once we saw the reputation of San Antonio and how their customer service, and not only during the process of buying it, but afterwards, and if you have questions if you're having a problem burning something, I mean, they're really quick on it. So we were real quick to jump on the opportunity to own one of their CO2 lasers.
Because you were here in January, like you said.
Correct. Yeah.
So you've already had 8 months of experience to our company.
Absolutely.
Like just through fiber lasers and the after sale support and the group and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, go ahead.
No, and what I was going to say is what he mentioned, group. Part of it is they have a laser head group. And it's not just them, it's all their previous students. And if you need help, you post a question, and I mean, there's no animosity. The guys are all about helping each other. So that is, to me, was one of the big things about coming back, because I could absolutely have bought a cheaper laser, but you're just not going to get, to me personally, my experience, you're just not going to get the customer service that you're going to get at San Antonio.
Or the training. I feel like a lot of even when I was doing our market research, the training that's offered for most CO2 is super YouTube. It's literally, hey, here's a link, here's a video that we did. Like, we want you to come here. Like, you just got done burning cups, burning wood, designing stuff. I mean, on the laptop there, you just got done doing all that. And I feel like there's an intrinsic value with actually putting your hands on something and doing it versus watching a video.
Well, especially if you're like me, and I've got my buddy Henry with me. When you're a hands-on person, sitting and doing computer work is good if you're good with computers. But I'm not that guy. I'm a hands-on type of guy. So for me, in my experience, coming here and messing something up and having an instructor go, hey man, why don't you tweak it this way? And it went the opposite way. We bounced different ideas off each other for the last couple of days, and it's like a light bulb hits you, and you're like, absolutely. And you get to not only have your experience, but you're stealing stuff, for a better lack of word, you're stealing that knowledge from someone else that's been playing with it. So it's a good hands-on experience.
And that's what's great is, like, I know the fiber world is very tight-lipped about settings and things. CO2 is a little bit different. But also, with your specific laser, there are some settings that are very specific to your laser. So once you get in that group and it's like, hey, I just did these cutting boards on this purple heartwood or this, Brazilian cherry, or these very specific types of materials that you're going to use with the CO2, it's going to be the same thing. We all have the same machine. We're all going to share settings. I feel like it's going to be really organic and really good for everybody. And
the cool thing for students that are coming back that already own a fiber laser, a lot of this transitions right into it. Though the system is different, you're going from two different systems. They're very close. So there, once you learn the layouts, it's pretty easy to incorporate your pictures back into it.
Right. If you're already using Inkscape from fiber, you've already got your graphic. This is something you could easily transfer from a gun to a cup.
And I actually found it easier, especially because I struggle with certain things. The CO2 laser seemed a little bit more simpler into pulling stuff over and getting it to burn.
That light burn is a really powerful tool. It's a powerful software. And if you talk to anyone who does CO2 in the US, I'd say 95% of them are using light burn, because the laser comes with RDWorks. All lasers come with RDWorks unless you buy an Epilog. But the light burn is a really great tool. It's really easy, like you said, to pull something in, vectorize it or adjust
Absolutely.
it, you know, threshold and all that stuff. It is really easy. And you cover a lot of those topics through the training. And I think that's what's really valuable here.
And you know what's nice is not only, you know, you have it's got a good basis on the system as far as the artwork, but now, you know, you have hands-on of pulling the rotor and putting it in place, getting it hooked up, and getting, you know, getting the little tweaks and making sure that hands-on part of, you know, is it balanced? Is it going to rotate? Is all those pieces going to work together? Where if you don't have that training, you're going home and you're kind of guessing and trying to figure out how to make sure that, you know, it's leveled and it's going to burn correctly. So I think that, you know, you get a lot of the hands-on stuff. And, you know, some people, like at this point right now, we did 2 days. And, you know, the 2 days for me, especially having the prior knowledge, was plenty. Right. on the experience. It was, you know, it was a good refresher, and then it brought me up to date on this system. So it was really cool to see the transition from one to the other.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback from our prior fiber clients, and it was like, you know, hey, can you offer something on the weekends? That's when I can get away. And we're like, yeah, sure. We want to accommodate people who have already been here, and they've already got the knowledge of graphic design and stuff like that. So really, we're just training you on the new machine, the new Lightburn software, and it works out really good. So I'm excited. I know. What was your favorite part or favorite thing that you did while you're here? Favorite thing you burned?
Well, you know, we started off where we should have. You know, it should have been the, you know, learning the equipment and breaking it down, how to open things up, how to get the lasers and the lenses, everything mounted in the position that they're supposed to. And then on, you know, with that, already having that experience, we were easily, you know, he read our body language knowing that, okay, we're ready to go to the next step.
Right.
So we kind of advanced a lot quicker than he was expecting, which it was good having a Xavier there to go, yeah, y'all don't need this. Y'all want to move to the next. Right. So, you know, we jumped into burning and, you know, seeing how clean that CO2 does on the rotary and how much, once you had it set up, how quick, you know, you could do a rotary cup or do whatever you're doing on the rotary. To me was a lot faster. You know, no bash on the fiber.
Right.
The fiber,
just different technology.
It's a different technology, exactly. But, you know, it was a lot simpler for me to utilize, especially me not being able to work a computer as good as some. And yeah, like we're here, you know, you got a lot of different media so we got a chance to do the cup. And then, and just seeing how it burns and how, you know, a lot of times you don't have any of the scarring on the metal, but just something as simple as a drink pad, you know, being able to run it through, having a Cerakote and see the different, you know, this was technically supposed to be white, but knowing that if you ran it on a lower power at a higher speed, we got it to come out gray, and it almost comes out at 3D. So it gives you the chance to not only learn it, but play without with someone else giving you some knowledge to, hey, try this trick or try that.
And that's why we, like, these are some of the items that he's holding up, is some of the goodies that we give them, just because we want you to practice. Like, that's what people don't understand, is like, you go home and now you have to spend, you know, $100 or $200 on stuff to try to figure out settings and all that. We want you to go home with some of that stuff. We want you to already have burned a cup. We provide you a couple of cups. We want you to have that experience already, so when you get home, just like with the fiber, you're ready to go on day one. I mean, that's the most important
and you're
part.
not scared. You understand. You're not scared.
Like this,
You've already done it. So I mean, you know that in your head that if you start out at a lower power and, you know, and you're at a lower speed or a higher speed, that you're not going to damage the product, and you're not just jumping on somebody's, you know, $100 piece of leather and you're burning right through it because you weren't quite sure what was a lower setting and what it should burn at. So
those are all. Obviously, we want you to go home with repetition and then confidence. So those are the things we're trying to provide you with that hands-on training, which I preach on the phone. People call and like, oh, I just want to buy your laser. I was like, man, you need to come. You need to experience
just the idea of the power board, breaking down the power board. So and having the ability, if someone show you how to design it and then get it to burn, so you understand that at certain levels, you're going to burn through a product,
going straight through something,
or
yeah.
you're not going to burn it so hot that you leave the sap to stain it.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely, if somebody's you could walk in here and buy it, but I think you're cheating yourself by not getting the training.
Yeah.
There's a lot that comes with it besides really good food at a really good barbecue place down the place. There's a good camaraderie between I think the staff that's here and the people they're training. It's not just, they want you to be part of the family. And this is, like I said, this is my second time being here, and I've never not walked in this door not feeling welcomed, or see someone else, a repeat customer, walk in and not feeling welcome.
Right.
Not just to visit, but to train, and they're not.
Because you showed up a day earlier, and we're like, hey, what's up, man?
I hung out a whole day, watching them Cerakote and BSing with them, and it really is I feel like it's a family.
And that's exactly. I mean, I'm not to sound cynical, but that's what we're doing. Like we want that. We want you to feel like we're approachable. You can always come here. Like you don't find that in a lot of companies.
Absolutely, you're walking out with not just a piece of equipment, but you're walking out with an ability to change your. It sounds stupid, but to change your life. Yeah. This is a piece of equipment that if you use the knowledge and open up your brain, there's a lot of basically unlimited possibilities that you can do with it, and I think it really is, short of metal. It opens up a lot of doors if you're ready. I think a lot of I had a guy out next door talking to me the other day, and he goes, yeah, but it's a lot of money. And I'm like, but when you come down to it and you add the training to it and the equipment and the ability to do, whether you want to do leather work or whether you want to do Yeti cups or whether you want to do wood designs, it's here, and you can whether it's a weekend project or an everyday project. Right. I think you open up the door for you to put some money in your pocket.
Yeah, and again, you're just limited by your creativity and your work ethic. And I feel like there's people who turn around and pay these lasers off in a couple of months, and they're ready to pay. I need another one. That's already happened. So
if you got the, I agree. Yeah. If you got the hustle, I mean, I can see it. Yeah. I mean, I'll be right up front. I'm going in this, and we haven't even fully launched our business. Yeah. But I see the possibility of what I can do with it. And when you get up on and start Googling CO2 and the projects that can be done, I mean, if you don't get excited, there's something wrong with you.
There's so much stuff out there. Well, Aaron, I really appreciate you taking the time out to sit with us, man. And if you're out there watching and you're on the fence, I mean, this is the reason for these videos. It's not to push you to buy a certain product. It's for you to understand the value of training. Whether it's through another company, ask them what type of training they provide. Ask them what type of after-sale support they provide. And you're hearing it straight from somebody's, first-hand experience. This is what we do. This is what lasers is what we do, literally. We're trying to help people. So yes, it is a little bit more. What you get for the value it's almost priceless. So, hey guys, thanks for tuning in, and thanks Aaron again for sitting with us, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, man.